Happy Mother's Day, Mom. One thing that I've cherished over the years is the bond that we've created in the kitchen, sharing recipes, cooking meals together. I feel like it's really strengthened our relationship, and I look forward to many more.
I know a lot of times I take for granted what a wonderful mother you are and how lucky I am to have you. And so I'm thankful for holidays like Mother's Day, where I can reflect on what a great influence you have been and how lucky I am to have a mother like you. And I hope I can be the same for Forrest. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
So, hi Mom, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thinking of you, and I wanted to share a memory or sort of, I've been driving with Audrey every day after I get off work, and it makes me think of all the different rituals that I have had with you over the years for after work, of snacks at the counter and everything, and all the walks that we took, and I'm really appreciative of all those times that we got to spend together. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Love you.
Janet, a sweet memory that I have is meeting you for the first time. And you were actually the first member of the family that I met, even before Calvin, at that tap dance class that we took. And so I didn't know it at the time that, you were going to be my future mother-in-law, but I remember going to your house and being a little nervous to meet Calvin's parents for the first time. And then I saw you and it was like, oh, I know you. We took that tap dance class together. And right away, I felt like I knew you, and that you were always so welcoming and just made me feel so at ease and part of the family. And, like right away I felt like we had something in common. And you're an amazing mother-in-law and grandma, and I can't imagine our family without you. I love you. Happy Mother's Day.
I admire your predictable rationality. If there's a problem, you will look at every option, compile it all together, and I know that we're going to come up with the best possible solution. And that has served me well many times over the years when I come for help. That said, one of the funniest stories I can remember is when we're driving in the Westphalia pop-up. I don't know if it was in the Rockies, somewhere you were driving. I was on that little square seat that sits between the seats, totally unstable, and a little scared because everything around us was steep. The drop-offs were steep everywhere around us as you were driving. And, you're predictable, you're driving, and then all of a sudden you yank the steering wheel to the right and go right off the side of the road. And I'm just thinking, oh my God, all my dreams are finally coming true. I'm actually going to go over the cliff. And you had just decided at the last minute to take a turn out of Vista Point so we could look at the view. And I had dove on the floor. The seat was flying. We all laughed and laughed and laughed. And it still makes me giggle to think about it. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day.
Hey Farmore, happy Mother's Day. Just want to say one happy memory I have with you was going to your church and doing a bunch of arts and crafts and stuff like that. And it was really fun just to hang out with you and hang out with all the other kids. That's just a really happy memory that I have with you. So, yeah.
Hi Farmer, happy Mother's Day. So I have all these memories of your house and of the space that you created, and they're warm and, very good memories. Like, I remember in particular bobbing for apples in the kitchen when I was young, and we used to always throw the walnuts up into the skylight and see how high we could get them without hitting the ceiling. And other things like playing with the blocks and, roughhousing on the couches. But in particular, I have this memory of when I was learning how to play piano. I was pretty young, and I had a keyboard at home, and you said something like, oh, you really, sometimes need to play on an actual piano. It's better to have now and then play on an actual piano. So whenever you want, you can come over and play on ours and try out what you're learning. And I never took you up on it. I guess I wasn't that into piano, but I remember the feeling. I remember, still all these years later, I remember feeling like, oh, it's so welcome, and really liking that feeling of knowing that I could go over and play piano whenever I wanted. So I appreciate that space that you held open for me. And I love you. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Farmore. I had a couple of really good memories that we have together, and I want to share at least two of them, one a little bit more general and one a little bit more specific. The first is I just really enjoyed all the time that we spent camping together when you would come up to visit, and we would all take off in the van and go just find places to camp, whether it was in Patrick's Point or Richardson's Grove or out on the jetty. Just absolutely wonderful memories. And you guys always came prepared with fun food and lunches, and prepared to go on hikes and just have a really good time. And I just really cherish those times that we all spent together. And I've even tried to incorporate a bit of camping into my family's lives. Anyway, so that was really fun and memorable experience. And the other one's a little bit more specific. It's kind of funny because it's one that I share with my kids and Jennifer, and that is the game that we used to play, the word scramble game, where you pick a word and you see how many different words you can make out of the letters of it. And we just have so much fun with that game. And I just, and I remember playing it and not being very good at it at the time, but practicing and trying, and now I enjoy playing that game with Brian and David and Jennifer, and we have a lot of fun with it. So that's a memory that I like to think about a lot. So anyway, happy Mother's Day.
Hi Farmore, happy Mother's Day. Fond memory I have of you is when we did arts and crafts at your church. It was pretty fun. Hope you have a great day. Bye.
Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day, Janet. Hope you have a great day. We will celebrate together at some point soon.
Sending our love.
Yes.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Bye.
Hi, Farmore. I have so many good memories. I remember in Moab when we would go out and we would explore like the red arches in the caves, and we'd also do puzzles together, and that was a really fun time in my mind. Also, Easter eggs. I had a really good time every Easter. For a while, we would come to your house and we would dip them in dyes and make these really fascinating and like clever egg designs, and I was always blown away. And playing Quirkle with you, I really enjoyed, but also just got destroyed, and so I bow down to your abilities in those kinds of games. I really enjoyed just spending time with you, and I'm glad that we can have such a close relationship through life. I love you, Farmore.